The real estate market is beginning to shift. How do I know? One of the first metrics we look at is supply, of course, and supply has gone up more than 45% in the last 4 weeks. And if you combine this with the rising interest rates, which is making demand drop quickly, that is a recipe for a shifting market, and I am here for it. This is Celina Acosta with eXp Realty with your May 2022 housing update for the Phoenix, Arizona and the metro area coming up. If you're an active or future home buyer and you have been wishing for less competition and more supply, your day is finally here. Active supply is up 40% from this time last year. This is very promising. However, before you get too excited, let's put things in perspective. This increase in inventory is not coming from a massive flood of new listings hitting the market out of nowhere, but it's more like an accumulation of listings that haven't sold as quickly as before. So it creates the illusion of a lot of listings coming to the market all of a sudden, which is true. There are more listings coming in now than at the beginning of the year. However, because buyer demand dropped since they raised the interest rates, that is causing houses to take a little longer to sell, which is causing inventory to accumulate. But inventory is still way below normal. Again, keeping things in perspective. As of today, the supply count is 7,727, which is still 70% below normal for this time of the year. We have different levels of inventory in different price brackets and locations around town, and not all price ranges are up in inventory and down in demand. Properties listed below 400,000 are still flying off the shelves and declining in supply. If you're a buyer here, you will struggle. But the supply for inventory between 400,000 and 500,000 went up 35% in just 3 weeks. Supply in the 500,000 to $1 million segment went up 99% in 6 weeks, and supply of 1 million to 1.5 million went up 54% in just 6 weeks as well. While recent interest rates are disappointing for many buyers, causing some to drop and wait, it wiped out almost half my pipeline. History has shown us that interest rates rarely stay high or low forever. While it's impossible to predict when interest rates will begin to decline, if we look over the past decade, when interest rates have risen by a point or more in that year, it has taken anywhere from 1 to 3 years for them to return to their original point. Interest rates may go up a little bit or maybe come down a little bit in the next few months or years. We don't know, but what we do know is that home price appreciation will continue. That has always been constant, along with inflation. The market is in early stages of shifting out of an insane hotter than hot seller's market into just a plain hot seller's market. In Phoenix, our normal market is a seller's market anyway. So before we know it, it could be a regular old seller's market where properties still appreciate but take multiple weeks to sell. Buyers don't waive their appraisal contingencies, and sellers happily agree to do repairs or pay for home warranties. But before all that happens, we have to see more price reductions. And price reductions is another metric we use to assess a shift in the market. And as inventory has risen at a fast pace over the last 4 to 6 weeks, so has the number of weekly price reductions as sellers compete for fewer buyers. In my opinion, these price reductions that we're seeing don't mean that prices are coming down. They're just simply adjusting to where they should be because some sellers were overconfident when they listed and listed too high to start. So when they realized that their price strategy didn't work after a week or two, then the price reductions begin. And again, price reductions are only happening at certain price points, not across the board. Home prices at $500,000 or below don't really get price reductions, but rather end up selling for more than the asking price. So far, price reductions have proven effective in keeping the median days on the market at around 7 days. However, as inventory continues to rise in the coming weeks, price reductions may not be enough to keep some properties from lingering longer, creating more choices for buyers. And days on the market is yet another metric we use to assess a shift in the market. The days on the market being at 7 on average right now tells me that we're still in a very hot seller's market. While the market is still in favor of sellers, it is changing rapidly. For those sellers waiting to sell close to peak price, this is the time to sell. Prices are still projected to rise, but at a slower pace over the next few months. We shall wait and see. So there you have it. That was your May housing update. I hope this was helpful, and I love hearing from you through your comments and DMs. Don't forget to subscribe and follow, and see you next time.